Alright, here's a massive story nobody's talking about today, but it could change the future of immigration and basic human rights in this country. The Supreme Court just agreed to hear a case that asked one brutal question. Does the United States have the right to turn away asylum seekers before they physically set foot on US soil? Like, they're right there, at the point of entry, asking for help, and the government tells them, nope, you didn't cross the line, you don't count. This is all tied to a policy called metering, or turnbacks, started in 2016 and expanded hard under Trump. Under that policy, US border officers literally stood at the official crossing and told people, we're full, come back another day. Families fleeing violence were forced to wait in dangerous border towns in Mexico, places where kidnapping, extortion, and assault are rampant. Not because they did anything wrong, but because the US refused to let them step forward one more foot. Advocacy groups sued. The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals said the obvious. This is illegal. U.S. asylum law says anyone who arrives in the United States, whether or not they have papers, can request asylum, period. Just showing up at the port of entry and presenting yourself is arriving. That's what the law says. But now the Supreme Court, with its conservative majority, has taken the case after pressure from Trump's team, who want the power to block asylum seekers at the line if they retake office. And let's be honest, this isn't about border security. This is about creating a loophole big enough to swallow asylum whole. If the US can just park officers at the line and say, you didn't cross, so we owe you nothing, then the legal right to asylum becomes meaningless. You can't exercise a right you're physically prevented from reaching. And the human cost? It's enormous. We're talking about parents with toddlers, teenagers escaping cartel recruitment, LGBTQ plus people fleeing targeted violence, people who did everything the law says you're supposed to do. They showed up at the door and asked for protection and got told to wait in danger because Washington wanted the numbers to look cleaner. Meanwhile, the same politicians who scream do it the legal way are the ones backing a policy that blocks people from doing it the legal way. Let's call this what it is, a fight over whether the United States honors its laws and whether vulnerable people get a chance to survive or get trapped on the wrong side of the line drawn on a map. If this helps you understand what's really going on at the border, hit like and subscribe. It pushes this content out to more people who actually care about human rights. And I want to hear from you. Should the US be able to turn asylum seekers away before they even get a chance to speak? Drop your thoughts in the comments.